we're going to start by looking at the first one, which you guys can see is k times k minus 5 is greater than 0. Now, just to kind of give you some perspective on that one, it could have been written like this: k squared is greater than 5k. Okay? Had it began like this, you would have subtracted your 5k and then factored out your k. All right? This question just happens to be already at this stage of the game. All right? So recognize if they present it to you this way, you simply have to get it to this level. Now, what this means is the product of k and k minus 5 is greater than 0, aka a positive number. Okay? Positive number. Only positive numbers are greater than 0. There are two ways that you can create a positive product with two factors, right? I have two factors. I can either find that both factors multiplied together are positive, or, because that'll give me a positive factor, or a positive product, or I can make them both negative, because in the end, that will give me a positive result, right? Okay, which means in order for each factor here to be positive, that means k, the first one, positive, and remember they both have to be k minus 5, positive. Okay, this describes this, which then creates that, satisfying our equation, inequality. So k is greater than 0 and k is greater than 5. Of these two, which one satisfies both? The 5, correct. Why? Because if I say, well, what about 1, Mrs. Myers? Doesn't 1 work? Yes, 1 works here, but not here. Only numbers greater than 5 satisfy both. It has to be and. There's your choice. On the other side, we are going to treat both of the factors so that they create a negative result. In other words, k is less than 0 and k minus 5 is less than 0. So k is less than 0, k is less than 5. Which of these two will satisfy both? 0, right? How do I know? Well, let's check a number less than 5, like say 4. Is 4 also less than 0? No, it is not. Which is why only the 0 and only the 5 answer the and component. Okay? So that means for our answer, k is greater than 5. K is less than 0, which on this little sheet, which I think is kind of handy, 0, 1, I'm skipping just to make my graph easy, 4, 5, negative 1. Greater than 5, open circle, shade to the right. I didn't give myself very much room, did I? Less than 0, open circle, shade to the left. Okay? So this is an example of your components being greater than 0. Okay? That's what this is. This is greater thans. Okay? Number 3 is less thans. Less than or equal to, which is just going to mean we're going to have solid circles, right? This one, we're going to do number 3 next. So here we go. Here's number 3. A squared plus 3a is less than or equal to 0, which they could have started it. A squared is less than or equal to negative 3a, right? Yeah. They went here. Yep. Okay. This means, because of this, that the product of a and a plus 3 is less than or equal to 0, otherwise known as negative or equals 0. Okay? In order to create a negative or equals 0, you have to solve it, again, 2 ways. Make one a positive, one a negative, because their product is negative. And whatever you did in this side, invert it for the other one. Okay? So let's take A and make it positive. A is greater than or equal to 0. That's positive, right? I mean, other than 0. Since I made this positive in my first thing, I'm going to make it negative in my other one. A is less than or equal to 0. Both things have to be true in order for this product to be this way, creating what we need to satisfy our inequality. That means a plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. And over here, a plus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Let's solve both of these. A is greater than or equal to 0, okay. And A is less than or equal to negative 3. What do you guys think of that? Can something be both bigger than 0 but smaller than negative 3? Can a number be bigger than 0? Give me a number bigger than 0. 2. Is it smaller than negative 3? No. Give me another number that's bigger than 0. Is it smaller than negative 3? Are there any numbers in the known universe that can make this true? That means this side has produced no usable data. Notice how up here we end up plucking one from each because one ends up being true. In general, for the less than equal to ones, one side ends up producing nonsense and the other side ends up producing both. Okay, so let's do this one. So A is less than or equal to 0 and A is greater than or equal to negative 3. Can that exist? Give me a number less than or equal to 0. Negative 1. Is it greater than or equal to negative 3? Yeah. So these, the less thans, in general, end up being in between negative 3, 0, closed circle, closed circle. So A falls between 0 and negative 3.